Hamilton, representing Cal in Canada. All I could think about the entire series was those days when you were coming down here representing BC, and nobody knew how spectacular you are, and now being able to come here and represent Cal and obviously still representing Canada. Like, how powerful is this for you?
Yeah, Hayward's definitely a very, very special location for me and so many people from BC. It's usually the only time when we're in high school when we get to come to America and compete. It was also the location of my first senior national team, so getting to come down and compete in the NCAA at Hayward was just a very special moment.
Cal hasn't had a champion in this event in over 100 years. Jack Merchant back in 1922. Canada hasn't had a champion since Scott Nielsen, and when he ran 4 in a row for Washington in the late 70s. Like, how significant is you contributing to that history?
Yeah, I think it's very special. I mean, just being able to carry on the legacy at Cal that was set by Cameron Rogers, winning 3 consecutive national championships. I'm happy that I can come here, compete with Mo and Cal Bears and represent the school very well and come home with the title.
It was a super deep competition. You and Kenny Akeji both went over 77. There were 4 guys over 75. How special is it to be able to compete in a field of that quality at the NCAA level?
I was very excited after last year seeing how deep the competition was. Everyone really, puts everything they can towards this championship, and there was a bunch of PBs last year and amazing performances. So I know this year coming to the championship it was going to be very competitive, and I was very happy to see everyone, a lot of people having personal bests and just competing very well, and also very graciously as everyone was an excellent competitor.
Rowan, obviously the hammer is always the focus, right? But all these guys going through the indoor season, and some are better in the weight than others, but just like you and I talked about at Mount Sac, just the patience, right? Like you and Mo developing that relationship, and you not just peaking for today, but obviously getting ready to mix it up with Ethan and all your guys at the trials, and obviously trying to build toward getting ready for Paris. Like, where do you feel like you are in that journey right now in 2024?
I feel like this is kind of the beginning of it. Pac-12 was a good meet to start things off. And then coming here, obviously, regionals was a little bit of an interesting meet, throwing so early in the morning at 1 a.m. But I think kind of this was the first peak, I guess, of the year. And now we're leading into, our Canadian trials and with the Olympics later on this summer. It feels like things are just, starting to get exciting.
And you talked about Cameron, obviously, but then obviously with Ethan, just how significant and how powerful a time is it right now for Canadian men and women in the hammer throw? Because it's a very realistic possibility that it's not just going to be multiple medals; it could be multiple Olympic gold.
Yeah, that's obviously a very exciting, prospect for us, and just the idea that I get to be part of the history that we're going to be building within these next couple of years is just a wonderful time to be a Canadian hammer thrower for sure.